What's up, Mama Boss? Welcome back to the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. I'm Stephanie Gass, success strategist and passive income queen creator. If you're ready to step into your God-led potential, create profit from your passions, and capture the success that is already yours, this podcast was made for you. As always, you can find out more and connect with me over at stephaniegass.com. So grab that cup of coffee or fill up that glass of wine and let's dig into today's show. Hey, beautiful. So excited to be back for another episode of the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. Today on episode 27, I'm going to share with you how I made $3,052 in 12 hours yesterday. Like, my mind is still blown at the absolute crazy potential of online marketing, passive income products, and more. I'm going to give you my secret formula to creating massive income days just like that in your own business. But first, before we dig into today's topic, I want to read this review left over on iTunes. This is from SD Spartan, who said, "Your podcast topic was exactly what we needed. Thank you so much for encouraging us on our journey." Well, you know what, Spartan? You encourage me to keep creating awesome content just for you. And I pray, you guys, that if you've been loving this podcast, if there is anything that you've been able to implement, to strategize on, to shift up in your business, and you're learning stuff and you're loving this show, I pray that you please find it in your heart to take just a minute, leave us a review on iTunes, because that is how other mamas are going to find us. That's how we grow our community of God-led women that we can help, empower, lift up. So head on over to iTunes now. It's the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. Leave a quick review, and who knows, maybe I'll read yours live next. Now, this show is sponsored by Passionately Profitable, which is my best-selling group coaching program. And ladies, we're kicking off this next session, spring 2019, in just a few weeks. There are just a few spots left in this program. And so I want you to consider heading over there and snagging a seat. If you have been thinking about growing a brand that can be all-encompassing, figuring out what your passions are or how to hone in on your niche, what you can actually market, how to monetize your brand in a way where your money is going to work for you and you don't have to work so hard for your money. Maybe you've been struggling with mind blocks when it comes to money management, time management, overwhelm, conquering your fears, productivity, caring what people think about you. If any of those things are resonating with you right now and you're nodding your head so hard that your mom bun just came loose, one of those spots is yours. Head over there now before this course sells out, as it always does, and grab an early bird pricing spot. Go to passionatelyprofitable.gr8.com and register now. I will meet you inside. The best investment you can ever make is in your number one asset, and that's you. All right, girlfriend, let's dig into the show. It is just an amazing day today. I am loving life. I am sitting here in my workout clothes, drinking my LaCroix. I've got my co-pilot, my pug Hugo. He's rocking over here. My baby's napping. My other kiddo's in school. And this is what I call my power time. You guys heard the episode earlier in the show or in the series about time blocking. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now, which is zoning in on my business, on my show. And I'm taking this 2 hours that I have and I'm ignoring the mess that is my house. Okay. It is crazy. Y'all know we just got back from our cruise. I haven't unpacked. Dishes are exploding. Every time I walk on the floor, there's something sticky or crunchy, but I'm ignoring it all. Thankfully, I still have on my tennis shoes because I don't like germs, but I'm ignoring it all so that I can focus in on my business. Now, why am I talking to you about that? I am reiterating the importance of time blocking because when you time block and you set up the systems and you set yourself up for massive success, that is when you are going to find more abundance. And I'm not talking about financial abundance necessarily, but I'm talking about overall well-being, living your best life, living well. Okay. When I time block, I'm able to get the business stuff done in a focused, intentional manner so that I can have more free time for things that fuel my soul, going to the gym, working out, spending time with friends, playing with my children, keeping a clean and tidy home, right? Because that fuels my soul. I love that stuff. Whatever else, doing devotional work, reading a great personal development book, listening to my favorite podcasts. Y'all, you have the time to do any and everything you want to do if you're intentional about it. So let me break that intentionality back for you about 24 hours. The first 2 days of this week, I busted it out in the business, right? I had private clients. I had just gotten back from vacation. So I focused on time mapping out my day. I focused on making sure that all the ducks were in a row for the week. Time blocked everything out, created the to-do list, prioritized the to-do list. I did schedule out all my private clients for the week. I made sure that my scheduling was on point. I outsourced the podcast episodes that needed to be edited so that I didn't have to do that. And I'm actually going to be doing an episode pretty soon here on some ways that you can create more time in your life and more space. Because, hello, time is actually, to me, more precious than money, believe it or not. So I did all of this work at the beginning of the week. And I found myself yesterday kind of with an open schedule. I'm like, ooh, this feels so nice. I haven't really had an open scheduled day since I've been back from vacation. I'm just going to enjoy it. So I'm not going to exaggerate. Let me walk you through the day yesterday. So went to the gym, did a great spin class. I caught up with my girlfriend for about half an hour before we worked out. It was wonderful. Didn't really do any work. I ran and dropped off. I am with a network marketing company still, even though I don't actively market with them. I still have customers that are obsessed with the products. And so I had inventory, went and marketed that inventory that I made well over a 60% profit margin on. Went, marketed that, dropped that off to her. Then I went and picked up my son. It was an early day yesterday. We got home. I put the baby down to nap. And I took a shower, got in my PJs. By 1 o'clock, I was in my PJs. I had my face cream on. I was just relaxing. This is so embarrassing, so don't tell anybody. But I actually did dishes and watched 2 episodes of, I don't even remember what it's called. It's on MTV. It's some dumb reality show. It's the next Jersey Shore, Florida Bama Shore. Don't tell anybody. I'm seriously so embarrassed about that. But it was really funny and I didn't have to think. So I watched that silly show, did the dishes, okay? And then I get on social media. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just check this stuff out. I get on social media and I get in my email. So at this point in the day, I had already made $405, okay, from marketing products through my network marketing business. The next thing, I get in my email and oh my gosh, y'all, I had sold a $997 package for all my online courses. Okay, so this is the power of having residual products. Somebody got on my website, and this is actually someone I've worked with before. So we've cultivated this relationship and got on my website, was like, I want this deal. She purchased the bundle pack, which is access to all of my courses. And that was $1,000. So, oh my gosh, wow. I'm up to $1,400 and it's, 2 p.m. Then I get in my Instagram inbox and I have a message from someone that's been following the podcast. She's been following me on the show for a while on Instagram. And we've been back and forth real light, hey, I like your stuff. I'm so inspired by you. Just nothing major. I've never spoken to this person before, but because of the evergreen content that I put out and all of the things I put out there that help people, she knew she wanted to hire me for private coaching. She ended up buying my largest package that I offer. And y'all, by the end of the day, okay, this is crazy. I actually had in my account over $3,000, and that was all within 12 hours. Now, not only that, but I also invoiced another $250 for another coaching client I have. And I secured 2 or 3 more people that wanted to sign up for Passionately Profitable. Although the revenue hasn't come in for that yet, you can imagine how much income that would be, right? I mean, that's almost $5,000 in income that was incurred. Now, that came in $3,052, but that's nuts. If you multiply that by 365 days, let me just blow your mind for a second here, because you're like, oh, $3,000, whatever. If you were to make that every single day, you would have over 7 figures in your business. And that's revenue. That is profit margin. I don't only make 20% of what I sell. 85% of the things that I market, 90% of the things that I market are 100% profit margin. 100, because they're my own. They're my own ebooks, my own products, my own coaching, my own group coaching programs, my own self-study courses, right? And then there are a few things that I am obsessed with that I affiliate market for, right? And for those things, I get a kickback anywhere between 20 and 40%. You would make, okay, $1,113,980 per year. Over $1 million a year. My jaw is on the floor. Now, granted, that's one of my better days. I don't have every day for me is not $3,000 day. There are days where I make 0 income, but the majority of days I will make something off of my residual products. Even if I sold 2 ebooks, that's $18, right? Like that income compounds, especially when you're not pushing anything, you're not marketing anything. It's all organically grown and it's all set up using automation. So what, right? How would you feel if you checked your account after a day of relaxation, a day of just checking out mentally, focusing on yourself, doing some things that you want to do, watching some silly reality show, wearing your PJs all day, and you checked your bank account and in 12 hours you had created over $5,000 in billable revenue? Would your mind be blown? I mean, mine was. And so here's why I'm creating this episode for you, okay? It's not to brag. Believe me, it is not to toot my own horn and go, oh, look at me and look how much money I make, because I don't think that success is financial. I think success is the time freedom. It's the fact that I didn't have to spend 10 hours of my day yesterday hustling and grinding in a corporate career. And no offense to those of you that are, but for me, that was not my call on my life. That was not why God created me and put me on this earth to live in my cubicle and bust it out for 10 hours a day behind this computer. It wasn't so that I could spend hours and hours and hours and hours being underpaid and overworked. It wasn't so that I could meet with client after client after client and not make the income that I deserve. No, I was set on this earth so that I could impact and change women's lives and help them realize that they have been put here for a reason. There's a purpose and a call to every single one of you listening right now. You have gifts that you have been given. You have a call on your heart. You have passion that's flowing through your body, and you're probably resisting it because it's scary. You probably have no idea how to monetize it because who knows how the heck to put something together from a passion into an actual product. I get that. Maybe you don't have time. Maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe you don't have a supportive spouse. I don't know. But here's what I do know. That has to stop. I want you to have the same type of time freedom so that you can have residual income flowing in from multiple places. I will tell you that one of the hardest moments in my life, the truly hardest, was realizing that I had invested 4/5 years of my life exchanging time for money. I mean, really working hard. I would even go as far as to say I was a workaholic at the time, building up this massive network marketing organization and hit the top 1% of that company, walk the stage, all the things, guys. Had a $17,000 month, which I think is amazing in network marketing. That's one of the, top tiers of the industry, to realize that I had all my eggs in one basket, all of them. all dozen eggs were in one little basket. And so while that's fine, and it was great at the time, and I think I had to do that so that I could learn and I could grow and I could be led to where I am right now on this show, on this podcast, coaching, and all of the other income streams I have. The problem with that was there was no automation. There really wasn't. Okay. The higher I got, the more work I did, the more trainings, the more webinars I had to show up on, the more people were calling me. It was constantly reactive. More people would quit in the business. I had to put more people into the business. I was constantly recruiting. I was constantly presenting the same thing over and over and over and over. And it wasn't fueling me. And so when I decided that I didn't really want to do that full time anymore because it wasn't lifting me up and I was feeling kind of bleh, that basket got crushed. And I don't ever want any of you to find yourself in that position because it rocked me. Like I fell to my knees and was like, what the heck? Like I spent all this time and energy and I truly believed in something, but because it wasn't mine, it was someone else's company. It was someone else's products. When that basket got stepped on, everything fell apart. So here's the lessons. Here's the takeaway. Okay. Here it is. I want you to have products and services and an umbrella brand that's yours. Okay. And you've heard this before. Brand you, don't brand the products. And whether you're a network marketer, a photographer, have an Etsy store, or a coach, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do, you still need to brand you. Because when you create an umbrella brand, think of an umbrella and put yourself at the top of it. Okay. If you have this beautiful umbrella brand and then you figure out what are my zones of genius? Like, what am I great at? What are the things that come naturally to me? What are the things that, I am fueled. Like right now, talking to you guys on this podcast, wearing my workout clothes, zero makeup on my face, drinking my LaCroix. Like I am lit up. I'm obsessed with coaching and educating and mentoring and teaching and preaching. Like that is a massive call that God put within my soul. I have to listen to that. So what is it for you? And then what are the things that you don't love? Okay. And you have to be clear on this so that you can create an umbrella brand. Once you've created the brand, we then go deeper and we figure out what's the mission, who is the niche, who's your target audience. Okay. What are the colors? What are the aesthetics? You have now a brand. The next step, okay, the next thing that you're going to do so that we can get you to $3,000 and $5,000, $10,000 days is to figure out, okay, what are the blocks that are keeping me stuck? What are my excuses? What are the limiting beliefs I have about myself? And so often, ladies, it's money mindset, productivity blocks, time blocking stuff. You don't properly goal set. You don't have the right accountability. You don't have the right mentor in your life. So you've got to remove the blocks. So many people are like, well, I'm just going to go forward and hustle and do this and do the do. But if you don't have the mindset right, if you don't fix what's going on upstairs, the abundance can't flow to you. You literally have a brick wall that's bouncing abundance, that's bouncing clients, that's bouncing the income you deserve. It's bouncing the time freedom that you truly wish was present in your life. We're blocking it ourselves because the mind shift needs to happen. So that's the second piece of this big puzzle of how to create these amazing passive income days. And then the last piece of it is once you've set up the brand, you've cleared all the stuff that's going on upstairs, is to figure out and put a plan in place of how you are then going to monetize this passion and this new business that you have. And this is where my expertise comes in because that's what I do. I help women create profits from their passions. Okay. And you really want to focus on where you can create the largest amount of income in the most automated fashion that will fuel and feed the most people. And it will solve the biggest problems that your target market is facing. Okay. So for me to have a $5,000 day, it's because my courses are fixing the problems that my listeners face. My coaching is exclusive. I only take 2 private clients per month. So I charge a premium for that. My actual time spent is 6 times more expensive than if someone is to buy a self-study course with me. Why is that great? because when someone wants to work with me, they're going to pay a premium for my time, because my time is what, ladies? Absolutely invaluable. Your time is your money. Now, if someone wants to work with me in a self-study manner, they have 6 options. They can go buy any of my courses and take that course at a fraction of the price. And the beauty of that is that I am not present, right? I created the course once, I update it once a year, and then I take a step away from it. And it creates me money every single day. It's a win, 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 win. Okay. So how do you then do this? You take the umbrella brand, you've got the clarity, you're ready to go, you've released all the blocks, and then we go in and we figure out how to monetize. Should we create an ebook, a course? Should you set up a subscription group, a membership group? Maybe you have a monthly plan. Maybe you have an app, a paid app. Maybe you do group coaching. Maybe you run challenge groups and people pay you. Maybe you have a paid meal plan set up or a guidebook or something that you can charge for that is 100% profit for you and that doesn't take any of your invaluable time. All right. How does that sound? Does that sound like a plan for this new year? Does that sound like something you're dying to implement? Are you ready to have passive income days hanging out in your PJs with your littles? Or even if you are at your corporate job and you come home and you're like, whoa, I made $1,000 today in passive income. All from setting up what? Automation, umbrella branding, evergreen content, simple sales funnels, using social media marketing that is clear, vulnerable, amazing photography, passive income products that are going to support your brand, and then multiple streams of income. That's it. Guys, this isn't hard. It's just overwhelming. And maybe it's not even overwhelming, but you just don't know how. Okay. I have been there. I get it. But that's why I'm recording this episode, because those of you that are ready to run, go take this content that I just put together and do the dang thing. Those of you that are like, help me, Stef. Raise your hand. Any of you are like, help me, Stef. I'm here for you, baby girl. Okay. There are legit 12 spots. 12 spots left in Passionately Profitable, which is my 6-week group coaching program that does exactly this. We are going to do this together. All of it. Over 6 weeks with an amazing group of women that are just like you. We are going to meet once a week live. I'm going to take you through a lesson in one of these areas, right? Branding, mindset, coming up with the automation stuff, talking about umbrella branding, talking about social media marketing, coming up with the mindset shifts that we need. And then we're going to come up with a high-level plan of monetizing all of it. It's awesome. I love it so much. So here's the deal, right? If you're nodding your head or you raised your hand when I asked you that, this course sells out every time, and I'm not running it again until the summer. And if I run it in the summer, I'm considering doing it as a self-study course, which means this group coaching program where I'm live with you, I'm answering stuff, I'm grading your homework every week, I'm helping you brainstorm. We've got a 20-minute strategy one-on-one call during the time that we're together. That's a bonus I throw in. It might be your last opportunity to do this live with me, because why? Automation is king. So I'm shifting to automation, but for now it's a group coaching program just because it fuels my fire. And I love working with you guys in a one-on-one capacity. So if you want to snag one of those 12 spots and let me help you transition into this passive income model based on a business that is fueled by your God-led calling and the passions that are placed in your soul, and to beat any of the limiting beliefs that you have about your ability to do that and to go out and to accomplish, come join us. Head over there now and save your spot, because probably after this episode, they will be gone. Okay. You're going to go to passionatelyprofitable.gr8.com. Scroll down, register, and you can pay up front or you can do split pay, whichever works best for you. But I will tell you one thing. The number one investment, my beautiful friend, is the investment that you make in you. It's the investment that is the hardest to make. It's the moment that you know you should do it. Your heart is tugging on you. You feel a pull in your soul. You feel inspired and motivated and led. It's that moment. It's not 10 minutes later when the feeling has left you and your fears and your insecurities and your excuses have crept back in. It's the moment that God is pushing you. That is your moment. Take it. Listen, because the best you is waiting on the other side of the fears and the excuses. And I want nothing but greatness for you. I am cheering for you. I am so cheering for you. I can't wait to work with you. I will meet you inside Passionately Profitable. Hey girl, I hope that you loved this episode on how I was able to create over $3,000 in income and over $5,000 in billable revenue in just 12 hours. I hope that you meet us over in Passionately Profitable. I know you're going to absolutely love it. Now, if you've been listening to the show for a while and you're loving it, share it with a friend. Send the link over to them and don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe on Apple, you will get an alert every time a new podcast goes live. And if you leave a review, I might just read yours live on the air. Praying over you, beautiful, that you are led to the solutions that you seek, that you open your heart to the next steps in your business, in your life, that you realize you are worthy of balance in every area, and that you have unlimited time and resources to accomplish all the things that your heart desires, and that you know you are worthy of claiming your best life now. As always, love and light, Stef. Hey mama, real quick before you go, if you found value in today's podcast and you learned something new, if you'll head over to iTunes, the Mompreneur Mastermind Show, and leave a review and subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. And I'd love to connect with you over on social media. My handle is @StephanieGass. I'll see you soon. Praying light, love, and abundance. Until next time.